Well, today I will be talking about the heliocentric model. That is one of the 7 ideas that shook the universe. The heliocentric model is when the Earth is not the center of the universe, but before I get more into it, I want to talk about our main characters of this such model. We have the Sun, we have the Earth, we have the Moon, and we have other planets, stars, and so on. Though before I talk about the heliocentric model, I would first like to talk about the geocentric model, which occurred first. The geocentric model is when the Sun, Moon, stars, and everything else pretty much rotated or circled around the Earth as such. And then there was a guy named Anaximander, here he is, and he was the first one who created the first example of the geocentric universe in the 6th century BC. Though he wasn't exactly right because he believed that the Sun, the Moon, and everything else pretty much circling around Earth rotated around an invisible wheel, like when the Sun went down and went into an invisible wheel, then rose just like this, and so on with other things circling around the Earth. The Earth was pretty cool about it though. Well, first of all, here's the, North America, South America, Asia, Europe, blah, 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 blah. But the Earth was pretty cool about it though, because he was the center of the universe, so he's got weird cool shades. And as well, this was during the time when a lot of people thought the Earth was actually flat. And 2 observations was what made people think of the geocentric model. The one is the Sun always appeared to be circling around the Earth once per day. That's what explained the sunset, or the sunrise, and the sunset. And the Earth does not seem to be moving by someone standing here on the ground. You do not have that feeling while we're just looking up in the sky. It looks like everything else is rotating around us. And now this is when we get to heliocentric. Heliocentric is when we started to realize, like, wow, maybe the Earth is not the center of the universe. No. And no. Then the Sun is. Now the Sun is actually pretty happy because he finally realized that, wow, you guys are finally right. We have Earth here, like, meh, well, I tried. And then we have the Moon and everything else that orbits around the Sun. And when I mean everything else, I mean not the stars or anything. I mean, like, other planets in their solar system and other moons. And the first person who actually made such a model, his name was Copernicus. He kind of looks like the first person I said, but this guy has cooler hair. Copernicus is the first person who made the model, as I said before, and he was actually a mathematician. And Kepler, another guy, he kind of looks like Copernicus too, but more cooler hair. Kepler knew of such a model that he wanted to work with Copernicus. And once when Copernicus actually passed away, Kepler then stole pretty much all his material, then gathered his model, and expanded it by adding elliptical orbits to his model. And then later on, we had a guy named Galileo, who now has 2 hands, was the first person to observe the solar system using telescopes. He argued that the biblical texts are not meant for scientific purposes and meant for faith and morals. The church actually ordered Galileo to abandon his idea of heliocentrism. And with Galileo not abandoning his beliefs, he was then imprisoned. He was then shortly imprisoned, and then shortly after followed house arrest for the rest of his life, where he actually eventually passed away at. And with this all being said, where exactly is Earth in our solar system? What is the center of the universe? Right here is the Milky Way, and as you can see, Earth is about right here, which would not make a big dot at all. You would not even see it. Actually, it looks more like that still. And then with the Milky Way there, we now as well have the universe itself. Well, doesn't even represent the universe, because the universe is so big, I unfortunately don't have a large enough apartment to bring such a model. And here is Earth right here. So the real question is, what is the center of the universe?